Colonel Steve Akley here at my place, the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. We're going to be talking today about Maker's Mark and their slam dunks. Slam dunks are those bottles that you see with the wax that goes well beyond what you would normally expect it to do. Normally, it's just supposed to be, I don't have a Maker's bottle here, but, you know, just dripping down the neck and things like that. So you see that red wax, and it does have those tindles, you know, so it should run. That is certainly part of it. When you're doing your own Maker's Mark, maybe you're going to go do that experience and you want to dip it in. By the way, you can't do a slam dunk there. They put false bottoms in there. They used to go further. You used to be able to dip it all the way down, and then, but I guess the worry is someone's going to dip it so far, they're going to dip their hand in hot wax. They don't want that to happen. So it makes some sense for safety purposes. But the way that you want to get the better tindles, the things that run down your bottle, is to hit it hard, you know. Hit it hard on the thing, and that'll draw them down further, which is just a little piece of information there to help you have a much cooler bottle when you're doing that Maker's Mark dipping experience. But we're going to talk today, what is a slam dunk? Because those are things that you will find out on the shelf in the wild, and there is misinformation out there. Now, I've kind of put to rest exactly what a slam dunk is, and if you want to watch the whole video, it's about a 10-minute interview. I was lucky enough to be able to do that because I had some friends at the distillery. At the time, Jane Bowie worked there. She set this up for me, opportunity to speak with someone who actually dips bottles for a living. So she's on the bottling line, and she told me everything that you need to know about that. But it seems like people don't watch that enough, even though it's one of my better viewed videos, because people still talk about things that are technically what is called an overdip instead of a slam dunk. So a slam dunk, again, I don't have a Maker's bottle here, and this doesn't really look like a Maker's bottle, but it does have four distinct shoulders, based on the fact, you know, if a bottle like this really, you know, to say where the shoulders are, that'd be a little bit more difficult. This has four distinct shoulders, as does the Maker's Mark bottle. And for it to be a slam dunk, it actually has to go beyond, the wax must go beyond all four shoulders. What they'll do is, when they're doing their Maker's Mark, what they'll do when they're doing their Maker's 46, it will actually go beyond 3 shoulders in many instances because they do one of those per case. So out of every 12 bottles, one of them is going to have 3 out of 4 on average. Now that's going to change depending on the crew and things like that. But when they're in the mode, in the zone, they will have 3 out of 4. And oftentimes they're really good at this. They have the wax where it just comes up to that 4th shoulder. It might be on the back, so it looks like the front. It looks like a true slam dunk. But then you turn it around, and this one back here, it doesn't go past the shoulder. So you'll see that a lot. And there's whole groups dedicated to Maker's Mark slam dunks, where you share your slam dunks, and you can see that most of them are overdips because at most they will do 1 per pallet, and sometimes they don't even do that. If they get the right crew on, they will make sure that they slam dunk 1 per pallet. But, that doesn't necessarily happen every time. But we know there's no more than, on average, 1 per pallet. So that makes it obviously pretty hard to come by. And those are the true ones where it comes down on all 4. So I'm going to link my video in there if you want to hear an explanation of that. I didn't know about this myself when I set up that interview. I had found one where 3 out of the 4 shoulders were covered, but it turns out that mine was just simply an overdip. And I think that's what most people are seeing. It is something that they do kind of as a marketing thing to find that true slam dunk. That is the unicorn. That's the one that you're looking for. That's different. And hopefully this explains a little bit about what the difference is between a slam dunk and an overdip. And you'll help me correct people that are out there saying the wrong thing. Not that we want to just correct them, but it is, in fact, the wrong terminology. So if we can help get the word out there about it, I think it's a good thing.